Hello, and welcome to this Vinyasa Yoga flow-based workout. We're going to be working a lot with the breath, on deepening our body awareness, and on strengthening and stretching from the inside out. And so my hope is that at the end of this workout, you'll feel both more energized and more calm and centered at the same time. I'll be giving lots of options so that you can scale it down or ramp it up as you like. And while I'm not going to be showing this with any props, you're welcome to use whatever props allow you to have a safer and more comfortable workout. I'm thinking particularly about using a mat or a towel underneath your knees at different points. Okay, so we're going to start off lying down, connecting to the breath and connecting to our core. Okay, I'll get you to come to lying down. And if you can, have your legs down straight and just relaxed. And then if you can just gently stretch your arms back behind you, just comfortable. They can be bent, they can be relaxed. And then we'll begin as you breathe in, stretching your arms and legs away from you like you're doing a big yawn, like you're waking up in the morning. Just breathing all the way from the fingertips to the toe tips. And then as you breathe out, contract the navel towards the spine and flatten your lower back as close as you can towards the floor as you pull your elbows and your knees in towards your center. Okay, and then again, we'll keep the back to the floor as you inhale and slowly extend the arms and legs. Then let your back lift at the end if it does, breathing into the fingertips and toe tips. And exhale. Squeeze out all your air. Squeeze your ribs in, your navel in. Press your lower back as close as you can to the floor and drag your elbows and your knees in. And we'll do 4 more. Breathing in, slowly extending. Breathing in through the whole body. And breathing out as you squeeze your navel to your spine, flatten your back down, pulling your navel in and bringing the elbows and knees in. Breathing in, try to keep your back in contact to the mat as long as you can. You can let it lift at the very end. Exhaling, squeezing out all your air. So imagining like you're a starfish. You're contracting into your center and then breathing in, extending from your center. Okay, exhaling, contracting from your center, squeezing out all your air. So it's a very cleansing breath. And then breathing in, filling up with fresh, new air. And this next time, contracting in, hug your knees into your chest, and then just staying here. Okay, holding in with your arms either under your knees or over your knees. And just letting your back rock side to side. Take a few slow, full breaths. Feel your shoulders back and down, and the head relaxed. So through this whole workout, we don't need to think a lot. We want to feel our body and be really present with our body. Okay, so we're going to keep our lower back flattened in towards the mat. Try to work our navel towards our spine, working the core, and we'll interlace our hands together underneath the head. Now keep your head on the floor as you slightly tilt your chin in, lengthening the back of the neck, and bring the elbows up so you can see them in the corner of your eyes, drawing your shoulders down. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, squeeze out all your air, squeeze your navel to your spine, and curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. Okay, the chest is relaxed, the back is close to the floor, touching if possible. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, extending one leg out. Inhale, return, and switch sides. Exhale, extending out. And then just continue alternating legs. Breathing out, extending the leg to where you can keep the lower back touching in towards the floor. So if you feel your back lifting, just make the motion smaller so that you can focus on your core. If you're feeling really strong, you extend the leg out and you can lower it down. The lower the leg goes, the harder it is. Okay, focusing on your breath and on your core. Breathing in and exhaling, relaxing the chest and squeezing out all your air. Okay, we're going to continue like this, but if you can, we're going to add a twist of your elbow towards the bent knee, breathing in the middle. Exhaling, reaching opposite elbow and knee towards each other, breathing in the middle. And then just continue. It's not important whether the elbow and knee come together at all. It's more like we're squeezing our ribs towards our opposite hip, and we're pulling the navel towards the spine. We're really squeezing out all the air. We're keeping the lower back in contact. Okay, just letting your head be heavy into your hands. And we'll do one more. And then lower back down. Just hug your legs in towards your chest. Let the back rock. Let the head, neck, and shoulders relax. Okay, and then we're going to do one more set of abdominal exercises. And so if you're feeling like this is enough, just repeat this. Or if you can, we're going to add a little more challenge. So lacing your hands together underneath your head, keeping your head on the floor, tilt the chin in, lengthen the neck, lift the elbows, draw your shoulders down. Deep inhale, exhale, curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. And we're going to have the legs bent at a 90-degree angle. Again, the back is touching. And exhaling as you lower the legs towards the floor and inhale, lift. Okay, just in the range where you can keep the back touching to the floor. So maybe lowering down halfway, maybe a little less, a little more. Breathing out as you squeeze out all your air and draw your navel towards your spine. Okay, let our focus be on the abdominals. The legs are really not that important. But if you want to add more challenge, you could have the legs up a little bit straighter or fully straight. Exhaling as the legs lower and inhaling to lift. Okay, breathing out. Try to keep the head resting heavy into your hands. If this is hard on your neck, you're welcome to do this with your head down and just do the lower body part. If you can, you're trying to have your shoulder blades right off the floor. Okay, so with either version, we'll do two more. Squeezing the navel in towards the spine, not letting the abdominals dome up. Try and squeeze them in deeply, and then relax. Okay, if you can just check into any tension, just shake out anything that you need to. And we're going to roll to our side, bring ourselves up to standing into a deep forward fold at the top of your mat. Bend your knees. So you want to have your deep fold into your hips and let your stomach be as close to your thighs as you comfortably can, and let the upper body hang so the head is relaxed. Staying here, we'll just stretch one leg at a time. Inhaling as one leg stretches, exhaling as the other leg stretches. And just continue. It's not important whether the legs fully straighten or not. In fact, I'd rather that you not focus on pushing the knee back, but more on lifting your sitting bone up towards the sky. And so in that sense, the leg might never fully straighten, and that's fine. Okay, just releasing any tension in your back if any has happened to accumulate. Relax the head and shoulders. And then bending both knees, plant your hands shoulder width apart, index finger pointing straight ahead. We're going to step back into a plank position. Okay, and then gently land the knees. Okay, in our kneeling plank, you want to squeeze your shoulders down your back. Make sure your elbows are not hyperextending, that they're just in a micro bend, and lift the navel up. Just slightly curl the tailbone towards the floor, like almost like you're in an angry cat position, not letting the hips drop. Okay, we'll practice some kneeling push-ups. As you inhale, pull the chest forward, squeeze the elbows in tight to the sides, and exhale as you press up to straight. And again, we'll do four more. Inhaling, just going down to where you feel like you can maintain good form, and exhale, press up. But remember, we want to keep the hips lifted, keep the navel lifted, and exhale as you push. Okay, so try to pull your chest forward, squeeze your shoulders down, and then exhale, squeeze your navel towards your spine. Okay, for two more, inhaling, pulling your chest forward. Exhaling, squeezing your navel towards your spine, keeping your plank nice and solid. Okay, and then we're going to come down onto the stomach. Elbows are in tight all the time. And coming right down, if you can let the legs relax, just comfortable apart, we're going to lift the navel up, just slightly tilting the pelvis so the pubic bone is towards the floor, not clenching your glutes. They have a little bit of tone, but let the main action be lifting the navel away from the floor. We're going to have the hands underneath the shoulders, shoulders rolled back, elbows in, and hands floating just off the floor. We're doing floating cobra. So as you breathe in, peel yourself up, reaching out through your chest, and then exhale as you lower. Okay, and then that's our move. Okay, the hands are hovering off the floor. We breathe in as we peel forward, focusing on the chest reaching forward. and then exhaling down. So as you inhale, look ahead, not with the eyes in your head, but more with the eye on your chest. And exhale, lower. And we'll do 2 more. Inhaling to lift and pull yourself forward. Okay, so we're not pinching the neck by looking forward. Always reaching out through the chest, through the heart, through the eye on the chest. And lower. And then squeezing your elbows in tight, press yourself up to kneeling plank, navel in, and press yourself back to the child's pose. Okay, in child's pose, arms can be extended out in preparation for downward dog or relaxed, however you like. Breathing here, nice and full, letting there be a deep crease into your hips. Okay, relaxing the tailbone down towards the ground. And just feeling the rhythm of your breath through the whole class, staying connected to the rhythm of the breath and letting it inspire our movement. Okay, we're going to come up to downward dog. So hands and feet, we'll have them shoulder width apart. Press yourself up and back and start with your knees bent. Okay, so focusing on getting the spine straight and setting up our shoulders. You want to pull the shoulders wide apart. Press into your hands, especially your index finger and your thumb, and squeeze your arms straight. So we're really strong into our triceps. And then we'll press the heels to the floor one at a time. Okay, they don't need to touch the floor, just stretching them down, stretching the calves. Okay, let the head relax. Inhaling as one heel reaches down, exhaling for the other. And just continue to work those actions of shoulders apart, hands pressing, and spine lengthening, reaching your sitting bones up to the sky and back. Pause in the center, take a deep inhale, and walk your feet forward as you exhale. Now, with the legs fully straight or slightly bent as you like, we're going to reach out through the chest, sweep the arms around and up, look up to the sky with our eye on the chest, and exhale, bring the hands down to the heart. Good. From here, staying with the feet either right together or hip distance apart, toes pointing forward. We'll breathe in as you turn the arms out, lift the belly, lift the chest coming into the high lift. Just pause here for a moment. We want the tailbone stretching down towards the floor, the belly lifting. And again, we're lifting up through the heart, through the eye and the chest. We're not letting the neck drop back. Arms reach up as much as they comfortably can. Exhaling, coming down into chair pose. Just pausing here. In chair, you want the belly lifting, the tailbone lengthening down, the chest lifted, knees pointing straight ahead in line with the second and the third toes. And again, breathe in, push into the floor. Breathing in through the whole movement, all the way up to the fingertips. Exhaling, coming down into chair pose, belly lifting, chest lifting. Breathing in, feeling the springy nature, the quality of our breath. Exhaling, we're squeezing out all our air. And then breathing in, we bring in fresh new energy. And exhaling, bringing out. For one more time. Breathing in, pressing into the floor, sweeping up. And exhaling, sinking down. And then going to the side, we'll breathe in as we sweep up, stretch over to the right, pressing down through the left foot, and then exhaling, coming down to the center. And other side, breathing in, sweeping up and over to the left, lengthening our right side of the body, exhaling, sweeping down. And again, breathing in, feeling the breath travel through the legs, the torso, all the way to the fingertips, stretching up over to the right, and exhaling, coming down in the center. Breathing in, pressing into the floor, going up and over to the left, and exhaling down in the middle. One more to each side. So as you breathe in, really pulling up through the legs, the belly, the chest, keeping that lifting energy as we come down into chair. Breathing in, creating space in the body, real length, keeping that space as we come down. Okay, now going into twisted chair. We breathe in as we sweep up in the middle, We're going to exhale as we twist to the right, bringing our left elbow towards our right knee. Reach your left hip back, reach your knee back so they're side by side. From here, we're going to split the arms apart, breathing in, deepening our twist if we can, lengthening out through the spine, and exhaling, coming into center, lifting the belly and the chest. Another side, breathing in, sweeping up, lifting the heart, and exhaling, twisting, right elbow to the left knee, reaching your right hip and knee back so they're level. Breathe in, split the arms open, lengthen out through the spine, and exhaling, lift the belly and the chest to center. Breathe in, sweep the arms up, pressing into the floor, reaching up to the sky. Exhaling, twisting, left elbow to right knee, hips level. Breathe in, deepening your twist. Shoulders are away from the ears, neck is long. Exhaling, lift the belly and chest and center. Breathing in, pushing into the floor, breathing all the way to the fingertips. Exhaling, twisting to the left, right elbow to the left knee. Inhaling, reaching your right hip back as you lengthen through the spine. Exhaling, lifting and center. One more of each. Breathing in, pulling energy up through the legs, the belly, the chest. Exhaling, wringing out, reaching your left hip back. Breathing in, splitting apart, lengthening the spine. Exhaling, centering, lifting the belly and chest. Breathing in, last one. Reaching up all the way to the fingertips. Exhaling, twisting to the left, reaching the right hip back. Breathing in, lengthening the spine with a long neck. Exhaling, lifting the belly, coming into center. And then breathing in, rise up onto the toes. Exhaling, coming down into chair pose. And we'll do 4 more. Breathing in, reaching up, exhaling down. And continue. Spread out your toes and try to keep your weight in. Okay, so the ankles and the inner thighs are hugging in towards the center line. We're not rolling out. Okay, just doing 2 more like this. So hugging the inner thighs into center and then coming up and holding. Holding here. Grow tall through the crown of your head and slowly lower the heels down. And if you're not already, come to the top of your mat and we're going to do Sun Salutations. I'll give different options for everyone to feel like they can find their perfect version. So as you breathe in, turning your arms out and up, coming into the high lift. Keep the navel in as you lift the heart. Exhale, hinging forward with legs straight or straight-ish. Okay, bending is fine. Come halfway up as you breathe in. Slide your hands up towards your shins and knees. Widen your collarbones, open the heart. Exhale, stepping your right leg back into a full or a kneeling lunge. I'm going to show kneeling to start. Breathe in. Draw the belly in as you lift the chest up. And then exhaling, lowering down through the plank, through the kneeling plank, and slowly coming down. So that's a long exhale. Curl the toes, lift the belly. Inhaling, floating cobra. Exhaling, squeeze the elbows in. Come up through kneeling plank, full plank, and downward dog. Reach your right leg up, breathing in, pressing into your hands, squeezing your triceps. Exhaling, stepping the right foot forward to lunge. If it doesn't come all the way forward, use your hands. Inhaling, sweeping up, lifting the heart up towards the hands. Exhaling, folding forward, hands and feet together at the top of the mat, head relaxed. Push into the floor, reaching up, coming up. Legs can be straight or straight-ish, reaching up. Exhaling, hands to the heart center. Then to the left side. Breathing in, sweeping up. Pull the tailbone to the ground as you lift the heart to the sky. Exhaling, hinging forward. Spine is lengthening out and down. Breathe in, come halfway up. Widen the collarbones, opening the chest forward. Exhaling, left leg back to full or kneeling lunge. Now lift the belly and pull the tailbone down as you reach your chest up. And exhaling, coming down through the plank, through the kneeling plank, and slowly lowering. Long exhale. Draw the belly in and lifting to floating cobra. Inhale, elbows in tight. Exhale, keep the elbows in. Come through kneeling plank, full plank, downward dog. Reach your left leg up. Breathing in, reaching up all the way from the hands. Exhaling, stepping forward, using your hand if you need to pull you forward. Breathing in, sweeping up, lifting the belly as you lift the heart. And exhaling, forward fold, hands and feet together at the top of the mat. Come up, breathing in, reach the tailbone to the floor as you lift the heart up. And exhaling, hands to heart center. We'll do one more to each side. Breathing in, sweeping up, tailbone descending as hard as lifting. Exhaling, hinging forward. And feel free to bend your knees anytime. Inhale, coming up, opening the chest, reaching the eye and the chest forward. Exhaling, stepping back to full or kneeling plank. Draw the belly in as you reach up, lifting the heart towards the hands. Exhaling, going back through plank, kneeling plank, and lowering down. Inhaling, floating cobra, elbows are in, navel is lifting. Exhaling through the kneeling plank, full and downward dog. Reaching your right leg up, breathing in, pressing into your arms. Exhaling, stepping forward. Inhaling, sweeping up, drawing the belly in, lifting the heart. Exhaling, stepping hands and feet together at the top of your mat. Breathe in, press the feet into the floor, reaching all the way up. Tailbone descending as hard as lifting. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Last one to the left side. Breathing in, tailbone descending as hard as lifting. Exhaling, hinging forward, spine lengthening out and down. Inhaling, halfway up, open the heart, reach it forward. Exhaling, left leg back, full or kneeling plank. Inhaling, draw the navel in as you lift the chest up. Exhaling, coming down through the plank. If you want to skip the kneeling, you can go straight down in your full plank. Inhaling, floating cobra, elbows squeeze in, navel pulls in. And again, exhaling, going through kneeling or full plank and back to downward dog. Reaching your left leg up, breathing in, press into your hands, squeeze your triceps. Exhaling, stepping forward, using your hands if you need. Inhaling, sweeping up. Draw the belly in as the heart lifts. Exhaling, stepping hands and feet together at the top of your mat. Inhaling, open the chest. Descend the tailbone as the heart lifts. And exhaling, hands to your heart. Continue to breathe, feeling the energy pump through the body. Beautiful. Okay, working on some balances now. We're going to spread the right foot out, spread the toes, pull up through the inner and the outer ankle, all the way up through the knee and the hip. And then we'll hinge your left leg up, folding at your hip like you're a marionette, holding under the thigh or on top of the shin. Staying here, we'll do some ankle circles, nice and slow and juicy. And just feeling your breath, nice and full and slow. Okay, not letting your hips go forward. I want you to draw the belly in and up. Reach tall through the crown of the head. Just reverse the direction of your ankle circle. Letting your shoulders relax. Last one. And lower the foot. Spread your left foot out. Pull up through the ankle, the knee, the hip, so the muscles are hugging in towards the bones. Hinge into your right hip, holding on under or on top of the knee. And holding here, ankle circles. Okay, draw the belly in and up. Again, not letting your hips shift forward. Okay, feeling the crown of the head reach up. Reverse your direction and relax your shoulders. Staying with your breath. Last one. And land. Okay, don't worry if this is not perfect. Balances are challenging. Standing onto your right foot again. Pulling up through the ankle, hugging the bones. We're going to hinge your left leg up and get yourself established with the low belly drawn in and the shoulders relaxed. And just staying focused, staying with your body, staying really supportive with yourself no matter what happens. We're going to hold on with the left hand only and open the left knee out and open the right arm out. And just breathing here. Okay, feeling the navel draw up, the shoulders relax down. One more breath. Try and hold that leg with your arm so the hip can relax. And then slowly bring the leg in. We're going to change hands, holding on with our right hand, left arm out, lengthen up through the spine. Now keep your hips and knees forward as we turn, turning our chest, our eyes, twisting the spine, and just staying here, growing tall through the crown of the head. Imagining the spine is like a barber pole, belly drawing in for one more breath. Slowly come to center. Excellent. Step back, come into a plank position, and just holding here, setting your shoulders down, squeezing your armpits. Here we're going to come onto our stomach in a slow count of 4. And so I'm going to show with knees down, but you could keep them up if you want more challenge. Breathing in and slowly bending the elbows in tight, dragging your chest forward for 4, 3, 2, keep the navel in, 1, and land. Okay, spread out your toes and setting up the pelvis with the belly lifting and the tailbone lengthening away. So we're in a slight tilt, and we're going to do full cobra. And so we'll start with the floating where your hands are off the floor, shoulders are back, and elbows are in. We're going to peel up to where we can here. And then as you press the hands down, have the feeling of dragging your chest forward, pulling yourself forward to where you feel comfortable. Okay, never straightening the elbows. Okay, we don't want to push the shoulders up. Pull the elbows back, press the shoulders down, and keep the navel lifting. Exhale as you drag your chest forward and down. And again. So starting off with the floating, peel yourself up, then plant your hands and drag your chest forward. Elbows are in tight. They're reaching back. The navel is lifting. And exhaling as you pull your chest forward. And for 2 more. Starting off with floating, peel the chest up, plant down, drag forward, lengthening the tailbone back as you pull your chest forward. And exhaling, reaching forward. For 1 more time. Okay, let it be small. It needs to be small. Starting off with floating, planting your hands, pulling your chest forward, elbows back, lift the navel, and exhaling, pulling your chest forward. Keep your elbows squeezed in tight, lift up through the kneeling plank, navel in, press back into the child's pose. Arms can stay forward, but you're welcome to let them rest in. Feel your breath. Let it flow through all the cells of the body. Soften through the deep creases in the front of your hips. And let the tailbone curl down towards the floor as the low belly just gently lifts. Then we'll come into downward dog. Hands and feet shoulder width apart. Curl your toes. Lift your hips up. And the legs can stay bent if you need. It's more important that the spine is straight, or you can stretch the legs fully. Okay, we're going to reach your right leg up as you breathe in. Try and keep your inner thighs hugged in together. Navel in, triceps solid. Exhale, coming forward, bringing the knee to the outside of the elbow. Inhale, reaching up for 3 more. Exhaling, knee to the outside of the elbow. Inhaling, reaching up, pressing into your hands, squeezing your triceps. Exhaling to the outside of the elbow for 1 more. Breathe in, draw the navel in and up. Exhaling outside of the elbow and hold. Okay, holding here. Try to lift your knee up a little higher. Scoop the belly in. Press into your hands. And then step your foot forward in between your hands. And we're going into warrior 2. Land your back heel down. You want your front heel in line with your back arch. Press yourself up and open into warrior 2. This is a wide stance, 4 or 5 feet apart, depending on your height. And we want to work the actions of opening your right knee towards the pinky toe side at the same time as you tilt the tailbone down and lift the belly up. Okay, the hips are not perfectly sideways. If we turn them sideways, the knee will roll in. Okay, so we let them be to the corner. We press the chest open. So there's a feeling of being sideways here. Left leg pressed straight. From here, turn your right palm up. Inhale as you press into your legs, pulling up into a high lift. Exhaling as you bend the knee, folding your elbow down on your thigh or bringing your fingertips to the floor. The knee is open, the pelvis is tilted. Inhaling as you turn the left arm up, rotating your chest up to it. Exhaling, coming into warrior two. And again, turning the palm up, breathing in, pulling up through the legs, up through the belly, up through the chest. Exhaling, bringing your elbow to rest lightly onto your thigh or fingertips to the floor. Not a lot of weight there. Turn your palm open, inhaling, so we're not resting onto the leg. And exhaling, warrior two for two more. Breathing in, pulling up through the leg muscles. Feel the muscles hug the bones. Exhaling, bringing elbow onto the thigh or fingertips to the floor. Keep the knee opening and the pelvis tilted. Breathing in as you open your left arm, opening your chest. Exhaling, warrior two. Last one, breathing in, pulling up through the legs. The muscles are hugging the bones. Exhaling, elbow to the thigh or fingertips down. Breathing in. So feeling really two-dimensional here, like your back is against a wall. Exhaling, coming into warrior two and holding. Okay, staying here. We'll work the breath. Reach the arms, lift the chest, inhale. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. Press out and try to deepen your lunge. And again, breathing in. Fresh new air coming in, holding our warrior two. Exhaling, bringing hands to heart, pressing out and seeing if we can deepen even more for two breaths. Inhaling all the way up to the fingertips. Exhaling, pressing hands to heart, pressing out and deepening for one more. Breathing in, strong legs connected to the earth as we reach up. Exhaling down to the heart, press out. Taking a deep breath in here and exhaling. Okay, then we're going to windmill around, step our feet together at the top of the mat, and come up to standing. Sweep the arms up, tailbone descending, heart lifting, and exhaling, hands to the heart center. Continue to let the breath flow. Okay, wonderful. We're going to do this to the left side. So standing onto our left leg, spreading out the foot, feeling the muscles hug into towards the bones. Bring the right leg up, holding under or over the knee. Staying here, getting set up with the belly drawn in, the crown reaching up, and then holding on only with your right hand. Open the leg and the left arm. Keep your hips and your shoulders facing forward. Okay, breathing here. Okay, feeling the ground and pressing up away from it. One more breath. That's supporting yourself with your focus. And then slowly coming in, and we're going to change hands. So holding on with your left hand, open the right arm out to the side. Lengthen up through your spine. Now, keep your hips and knees forward as you twist. Okay, just working in your comfort zone, breathing here. Good, one more breath. If you come out of the pose, no problem. Just come back in. Be kind to yourself. Okay, slowly coming back. Be kind to yourself. Okay, stepping back into the plank position. Okay, so breathing in here. And again, we're going to slowly lower on a count of 4. So you could come into your kneeling plank or we'll hold the full. So breathing in and slowly lowering for 4, 3, 2, 1. You're keeping your navel strongly in. We'll just do one cobra. Breathing in as you peel up, dragging your chest forward. Navel is in. Exhaling as you pull your chest forward and down. Inhale, squeeze your elbows in tight, coming up through fuller kneeling plank. And exhaling, downward dog. Okay, planting your hands really firmly, squeezing your shoulders apart. And from here, left leg reaches up. Breathe in. Try to keep your inner thighs hugged in together. Exhale now, bringing the knee to the outside of the elbow for 4. Inhaling, reaching up, navel pulling in. Exhaling, coming forward for 3. Inhale, reaching up, squeeze the triceps. Exhaling, coming forward for 2. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, coming forward for 1 and holding it. Staying here, try to lift the knee up. Squeeze the navel in for one more breath. And then stepping the foot forward between the hands, turning your right heel out, heel in line with the arch of your foot, and press yourself up into warrior two, staying here. So big stance. We don't want that knee to go past the toes. Okay, setting yourself up with the left knee open, the pelvis tilting down with the tailbone, the belly lifting, letting the hips just go to the diagonal, but rotating the chest open to the side. And we begin. Breathing in as you turn the left palm up, pulling up through the legs, muscles hugging the bones. Exhaling, coming down, elbow on the thigh or fingertips to the floor. Breathing in as you open your chest. Keep opening the left knee. And exhaling, coming into warrior two. And again, turning your left arm up, pulling the muscles up, hugging the bones. Exhaling, coming down, elbow to the side or fingertips down. But breathing in. So as we're opening the chest, keep drawing the tailbone towards the floor and belly lifting. Exhaling, warrior two. Two more. Breathing in, pulling up through the leg muscles, hugging the bones. Exhaling, elbow to the thigh or lower. Breathing in as you rotate the chest open, feeling your back against an imaginary wall. Exhaling, warrior two. Last one. Breathing in, pressing down into the ground to rise up. Exhaling, folding to the elbow or to the fingertips. Breathing in, opening the chest. Exhaling, warrior two. Pausing here, working with the breath. Breathing in, fresh new energy in. Exhaling, bringing the hands to the heart, pressing open, deepening your pose. Stay in the pose, breathe in, reaching up. Exhaling, hands to the heart, pressing out, deepening your pose for two more breaths. So strong warrior pose and really connecting to the heart and to the breath. One more time, breathing in, reaching up. Exhaling, connecting to the heart and the breath, staying here. And then we'll windmill around. We're going to step the feet together at the top of your mat. Just give your legs a little shake out. They've done a lot. And we're just going to do a counter pose. So we'll keep our right foot forward and step our left leg back into a full or a kneeling lunge. Okay, you want that knee right on top of your ankle. Okay, have the left hand down onto the mat, a little bit off to the side, so the pose is a little bit open. And then from here, we're going to work on twisting. Okay, so again, we want to keep our hips and our knees pointing straight ahead, and we're just turning the upper body. We'll reach the right arm out with a thumb up. Rotate the chest open and rotate the arm. So feeling your palm turning. Exhaling, bringing your thumb down to your left thigh. And then reverse. Breathing in as you rotate the arm, reaching around and up so the thumb is up. And then exhale, elbow comes into the belly for three more. Inhaling, reaching the arm around and up, rotating the arm, rotating the chest. Exhaling, thumb to the thigh. Inhaling, reaching around and up, rotating, and exhaling, elbow to the belly for two more. Now, if you have your back leg straight, try to really press away with your heel, although, of course, you're welcome to land the knee. Inhaling as you reach up, press your shoulders down. And so exhaling, elbow to thigh, shoulders are away from the ears. We're going to reach out and up, rotating the chest, rotating the arm, and just pause with your thumb towards the thigh. Or if you want, you can bring the arm right around. So it's kind of resting onto the outside of your left hip. Staying here, breathing. Try to lift your left hip and lower your right hip. So we're aiming the pelvis to be level. As we lengthen the spine, reach out through the chest and rotate the heart towards the sky. Staying here for one more breath, squeezing the shoulders down away from the ears. And then we'll step the feet together at the top of the mat. Whew. Okay, I can really feel that stretch. I'm sure you can too. Okay, so stepping your right foot back. Again, we can be in a full or a kneeling lunge. You want your left knee right on top of your ankle. And then having the right hand onto the floor a little bit off to the side, so it's a little bit open. And then from here, We're reaching the left arm out and up. Thumb is reaching up. We're turning the chest and we're rotating the arm, rotating the thumb down. Exhaling, thumb to the thigh. And reverse. Inhaling, rotating the arm, rotating the thumb. And then exhaling, bringing the elbow into the belly. Inhaling as you're reaching the arm out, really stretching like you're yawning, rotating the arm around, exhaling, thumb to the thigh. Inhaling, reaching around, rotating, pressing your shoulders down. Exhale, elbow to the belly. For 2 more. Breathing in, pressing your legs into the floor. Exhaling, thumb to the thigh. Inhaling, reaching around and up, rotating the arm really smoothly in the socket. Exhaling, elbow into the belly. And last one, reaching out and up, rotating, and then exhaling down and pausing here with your thumb on the thigh or reaching it around behind your back, staying here. Breathing here, we want to lift the right hip, lower the left hip. So aiming for the pelvis level. We lengthen out through the spine and turn the chest open. And breathing here for 1 more breath. Shoulders are down the back. And then stepping the feet together at the top of your mat. Just give your legs a shake out and come down to sitting. Okay, excellent. So that is some deep stretching. Can you feel it? And so sitting into the bound angle pose, and we'll do some seated poses to finish. You're welcome to sit up on a little pillow or cushion if this feels really tight in your hips, because I want us to try to work the pose where we're not going to round forward into it, which is an option. We could do that. Instead, I want to fold right in the deep creases of the hips, lengthen out through the spine, really lift the chest, and then hinge forward as far as you can with the spine staying as long as possible. Okay, so we'll just stay here and just work the breath and our awareness as we gently deepen the pose. Okay, so just feeling right in the deep crease of the hip sockets, a deep folding there. Lift the low belly and pull the heart forward. Press the shoulders away from the ears. And so keeping the spine really long like this might make the movement very small, very limited. And if you can just be okay with that, we're really going into the place where the tightness is. And so, being kind to yourself as you just gently deepen the pose, and we might deepen it just by millimeters, and that's definitely progress. Okay, come up, open the legs out to the side, and just as wide as you comfortably can. And you want to be lengthening up so that you're sitting right up onto your sitting bones, and you want to press down through the legs so that the knees and toes are facing straight up and not rolling out or in. Okay, so right up on the sit bones, legs are just a little bit pressing down and just reaching out through the heels. And then same thing, folding right in the hips. We lift the low belly, lift the chest, press the shoulders down, and then reach forward. Okay, let your hands go wherever you like. Okay, again, allowing this movement to be really small. If it is, that's absolutely fine. Okay, reaching out through the chest. Shoulders are reaching down. Okay, just breathing with it. Really bringing in your mind's eye, your awareness to the hips and to the legs. Energy reaching out through the legs. Okay, shoulders are pressed down, no matter where your hands are. 1 more breath. Slowly bring yourself up. And then last pose, we'll bring the legs together. And again, feel free to sit up on something so that you're not on the back of the sit bones, you're right on top of them. Feel free to bend your knees if you like, because that's not the important part. The important part is to fold right into our hips. So if it feels better with knees bent, absolutely do that. Okay, so as we've been doing, we're lifting the low belly, we're lifting the chest and pressing the shoulders down, and then reaching forward, letting your hands go wherever they like, and just finding your position where you can lengthen out the spine. Okay, feel the sitting bones just gently widen And feel the pelvic floor spread out. Again, lifting in the low belly, lifting in the chest. And then for our last few breaths, we'll let the upper body relax down. So relaxing the head, the neck, the shoulders, letting your arms rest wherever they like. And just staying here and breathing. You're feeling weight through the back of the neck, spreading out the space between your shoulder blades. Just feeling a very subtle and gentle lift of the low belly to help lengthen the spine forward, as though reaching the crown of the head towards the big toes. And one more breath here. Slowly peel yourself up. Bend your knees, come down to lying, and we'll come into Shavasana. And just give your legs a squeeze in towards your chest. Make sure your lower back feels good. If there's any other stretches that you need to do for your lower back or any other part of the body, make sure you do them. And then we'll bring the legs down, straight if possible. You might feel more comfortable having a pillow underneath your knees for your back. You can do that. Okay, palms facing up. Okay, let the eyes just softly close. And here in Shavasana, the yoga is continuing, but it's happening at a deeper, more unconscious level. Okay, so our mind doesn't need to do anything. We don't need to do any movement. The yoga is happening on the inside, and you might feel that. You might feel energy moving, heat, tingling, and just allowing the yoga to continue in stillness. And as we're settling into our stillness, just relaxing the body as the yoga continues. Let the forehead spread out. Relax the eyebrows, the eyes, all the little muscles around the eyes. Relaxing the jaw and the throat. And just spreading out through the collarbones and feeling the weight of the arms and the hands. Noticing where the arms and the hands are making contact with the ground. Letting that spread out. Noticing where you're making contact through your upper back, through the back of the pelvis, letting that spread out like pancake batter. Allowing the breath to just travel through the body freely. And softening through the belly, the hips, letting the legs relax. Feeling where the backs of the calves, the heels are making contact with the earth. Letting that spread out. Just allowing the yoga to continue. Feeling the flow of energy. And then just taking our last moment to let go even more completely. So allowing yourself to relax into a state that's somewhere between being awake and being asleep. Letting go. And just keeping the body and the mind as relaxed as comfortable. Just gradually wiggling your fingers and your toes, or any other part of the body that needs some wiggling. And just taking some time to gradually roll onto your right side, like you're sleeping on your side. And then pressing yourself up to sitting, and just coming into any comfortable position that feels good for you. And once you're here, just sitting up tall, allow the eyes to close. And just tuning in and just noticing how the body feels right now, how the mind feels right now, and how the heart feels right now. May we take the benefits of this practice into the rest of our day. And may we share the benefits with all those that we connect with today. And so just keeping your hands resting down onto your legs, or you can rest them on the heart or bring them together at your heart. Lift the chest and just finishing with a bow of deep respect and kindness towards ourselves, towards the practice, and towards life itself. Namaste. Have a wonderful rest of your day.